Welcome to the citation portion of International and Foreign Legal Research. When we cover a new resource in class, there will be an accompanying video to give you some basic citation guidelines. This will help you to locate the proper citation format in the Bluebook when you want to cite, but it will also help you to recognize different resources when you see a citation during your research. The Bluebook is actually a helpful reference book, not just for citing, but also for locating resources on the laws of the country you are researching. Rule 20 gives an overview of how to approach citations for different types of foreign materials. It doesn't go into specifics for each country, but it is a good place to start because it will guide you to other rules and tables in the Bluebook that you might need. It gives guidelines on how to cite common materials, namely cases, constitutions, statutes, and non-English periodicals. Each country has its own system of citation for the body of legal material it produces, so there's no one way of citing a foreign statute. The Foreign Jurisdictions table is available for free online at legalbluebook.com. If you look for the table in the physical book or search the index for a specific country, you will be directed to the online table. The Bluebook sets out the legal framework and citations for a selection of about 40 different countries. Note, though, that sometimes the country isn't listed exactly alphabetically. For example, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are all under U for the United Kingdom, and the Republic of Ireland is under I for Ireland. Some other bodies of law, such as Catholic and Roman law, and countries or others with contested status are also included. Because every country is different, understanding the country's governmental and legal organization will help you to cite correctly. The types of legal documents the country produces, as well as the weight of that authority, will be different depending on that country's legal system. Each Bluebook entry for a country in Table 2 will indicate whether a country is considered common, civil, or mixed, and then list each type of source with a basic citation format, followed by examples of citations. Most entries will have listings for cases and for the country's statutory compilation or civil code. The entry will then list other materials such as constitutions or administrative regulations that are commonly cited to. The last entry for each country will include a list of potential internet-based sources for you to use in your research. This includes official government websites, sources posted by the United States government or colleges, or websites maintained by third-party services. Keep in mind that official government sources are likely to be in the official language of the country's government. The lists are a very good starting place if you need something specific for a country listed in the Bluebook, but remember to always use your judgment and assess the value of an internet resource. If the country you are researching is not listed in the Bluebook, you should look at the examples in the Bluebook that have similar legal systems to see what information should be included in your citation. There are further examples in the International Citation Manual, which is published by the Washington University Law School. It contains information on the legal systems of several countries, as well as examples of citations to several countries that are not listed in the Bluebook. There are a few common elements that a citation to a code should have. Here is an example from Mexico's Federal Civil Code. Here you can see the citation format with the information you need to fill in written in blue and a completed example. Most citations to a particular code will require the name of the code abbreviation, the section, if applicable, the date of publication, and an indication of the country it is in. Not every citation will call for an English translation. However, Rule 20.2 says, when citing a document in a language other than English, always give the document's full title in the original language the first time the document is cited. If desired, the original language title may be followed by brackets containing its shortened or full-length English title in the same typeface as the original. According to Rule 20.1, in nearly all citations to foreign materials, the country's name should be abbreviated at the end if it isn't clear from the rest of the citation what country it is from. This means the name of the country appears elsewhere in the citation. Don't assume that the language your citation is in will indicate which country it is from. A citation from France may be in French, but other countries, such as Belgium and Algeria, also use French in their legal documents. There's an official list in Table T10.3 of abbreviations for foreign countries, which is more complete than Table T2. Statutes follow the same format as code provisions, but tend to be a bit more specific. This example includes the optional English translation, which is underlined in blue. If there are section numbers, be sure to include them so that your readers can locate the specific statute. Note that the source for both the code and the statutory provision are from the Official Gazette of Mexico. If there are specific abbreviations associated with the laws of that country, then the Bluebook will list them after the example. You will often be able to find an English language translation of your foreign law, but locating and citing foreign sources sometimes requires you to use a source in the country's native language. This can become complicated when you come across a language that doesn't use the Roman alphabet. The Bluebook uses the romanization tables produced by the American Library Association at the Library of Congress. You may not come across this problem often, but the transliteration tables can be helpful to double-check the spelling of foreign words against the original. Be careful when spelling words from a language you aren't familiar with, as minor changes in spelling can change the meaning of words and point your reader to the wrong source, since many sources have similar names. If there are multiple codes or compilations, the Bluebook will list the official title and the official abbreviation if there is one.